Good day, everybody. I'm Nads. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would take you on a little bit of a everything journal flip through. Now I'm nowhere near done. I am just about halfway, in fact. However, when I buy my journals, usually I check to see if it's actually bound and not a glued spine. You cannot fill them to the brim like this if it's a glued spine. You can tell the pages came out and I've done some serious repair. So about a third way through I had to stop my usual activities and just turn it into a sketchbook. So for now I'll show you what I've done up until the point where I've just been drawing in it, and we'll do that version of the sketchbook another video. So let's get into it. Everything journal number 4. Let's call it 3.5. And I put in a little bit of a envelope for my birthday back in February. My birthday is February 18th. Aquarius! And she had given me an envelope that she had made. So I've put that in here. I love to keep my little receipts and some stickers just for when I'm feeling lazy or whatever, what have you. In pencil currently. Started 19/8/24. That is day, month, year because I am Dutch. A few months ago we did a workshop week, free workshops. Check it out next year if you're able to. It's amazing. And I followed a workshop where we drew this and then we copied it over and then we put it back on here. So this is done by hand by me, and I think it's pretty dang cool. And also possum, because I love possums. I will skip the first page. It just says, you know, if found, sorry, please return to or email me at. And I have been wanting to do self-portraits every journal. It looks like me. It looks like me, you know, it's my vibe. It looks like me. I've tried really, really hard with the grid method, and I just have never done portraits, especially likeness of people, especially myself. I don't know if anyone else struggles with self-perception at all, but I'm gonna blame my autism for that. But yes, my piercings are this humongous. I love it. I kind of messed up the shading here underneath my cheeks. I made it come down way too far with my watercolors. And my chin is a little bigger. It's a little bit off, but you know, it's not bad. This, I don't know what's going on there. A lot of this is just me testing out the paper. Something's got a little wet from the glue and what have you, but I think this one is really fun. This is a cutout image from a magazine. Actually, I tore it out. You can see the torn edges. And then I used that as color inspo. And I just wanted to see what my watercolors would do on this paper. I love this paper, and it's such a dang shame I can't use it for everything journals. Just some paint brush doodles, and then here I was drawing what I see most of my days when I'm on the couch. I cannot work or do a whole lot of much, so I'm sitting on a couch a lot. But I'm sure my environment will change at some point, whether it be, hopefully not the house, because we bought this house, but you know, the environment will change, and I thought it would be a fun thing to look back at. I have a bunch of stuffies and Furbies around, and the little robot dog from the 90s. Here, this is a sketchbook tour I was watching of an artist called Ultime. I hope I said that correctly. But check out their work. Their sketchbook tours are awesome. I did mess up because the pen, it dries so slowly. I was just messing it all up. I had a pizza and some more junk food put into here. They weren't on the same day or anything. I just kept an empty page here and I made a junk food spread. So I had a cheese pizza. And then this is actually cut out of a magazine, which they cut out of cardboard. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then this is Korean street food. Chungchun rice hot dog. And it has meat in it, cheese, and then like a nice crunchy outside. This is, I think it's a sweet potato. He had the gamsun, which is potato, sweet potato, beef, chicken sausage, and I had the whole mozzarella because I don't eat meat. Incredible. It's a little pricey, right? Because it's just a stick that you can get. It's not really a meal. It's just a snack. But it was delicious. And I highly recommend if you have something like this in your area. Here I got some neon paints at the Dollar Tree and some ink. Beautiful purple ink. I got paints. Lots of neon paints, and this was in my previous video I mentioned this pen, the Manga Tank. Okay, I thought it was a Manga ink. It's Magna, it's not even, okay. Ignore me. The next page, it's my favorite. It's my favorite, and it gave me so much hope for this journal, you guys. Oh, I love it. Let me get close. I got this new trim and I thought, perfect, I'm gonna make a whole page about this. I loved it, and I love using random stuff. Like I'll have like a white piece of paper as a cutoff, and then I'll just doodle on it. This is part of an envelope. This is from a seed catalog. These stickers I got from my neighbor, Christy. We got the blings. And coffee stained kitchen towels at the corners. Very cool. Did some stitching on the bottom and here. And this was also a leftover piece. Yeah, I love this page. It's so colorful. I had a lot of fun with it. And I kind of realized this is the part where it started to fall apart. So I made sure to really work on the seams. So I made sure to have something on the seams every other page at least. Because if this page and this page have something holding it together, these pages can't fall out. So I don't need an extra one in here. That was my thought. Here I made little cutouts. And then I glued them all over. Just some fun, you know. Here I went outside to the local park. This is a hosta. And I think these were anemones. Not very good because I was standing and it wasn't warmed up. And then a bunch of marigolds because I love those leaves. Some medieval art I drew. This is pineapple weed that I plucked and drew. Some fun doodles. I did a lot of doodling in this one. I was kind of desperate to try and not bulk it up too much. I'm not sure what happened here, but you know, whatever. This random decapitated foot. Don't ask me. I like to fish. Some random pages I saved. And I'm trying to use up. And of course, gotta cover the seam there. On this page, kind of unfortunate, I used watercolors after I glued this down. If you don't want it to wrinkle like this, you do watercolors and then you glue something on top of it, because it is ruining the vibe. This was beautiful. I love this. This is from an old vintage magazine teaching you how to paint this kind of stuff on the walls and, you know, folk art stuff. Super into that right now. This was Possum Patty's first live, and I was just watching and doodling. What to say about this page? Yeah, she has a troll on her desk, so I just decided to doodle that. Wizard mode. I love these trolls. They're called lucky trolls. And then we have this page. I had some cut-offs from scrapbook paper that I just stuck over, and then I drew all over it. Just funky little flowers and such. I'm really into the loop-de-loops. But there's a lot going on here. Scrap paper, there's stamping. There is paint in the background, scrapbook paper, there's book page paper that I use this book. Oh, there it is. We got this book sent to us in German. Now, I'm Dutch, so I could possibly read this, but I don't care for this. It's all math and stuff. So whenever I have leftover paint, I just put it on this book page. And then I tear it out and I use it in my collages and my journals. And then if I'm feeling kind of bored or I don't want to do much, I just doodle on top of the paint, or, you know, stamping. Lots of fun. A lot of fun. Got some silver. That's it. And then I just leave it out like this for my next project. I was watching MasterChef Generations. Actually, I'm just watching the finale right now. I don't know if anyone else is watching this. It is the generations competing against each other. So there was the Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, and Gen Z. 4 of each. 4 in each of the 4. Yeah. And they're duking it out. I won't spoil anything. But here I was just drawing, and then I just drawing. I like that one. And here again I was just using random scrap paper that I had lying around. Wiped off my paint and covered that seam to try and keep this thing intact. I mean, it's working, but the amount of glue I used. I'm still in my pansy phase. I freaking love pansies. And this was just some fun. Grab my orange art supplies. I don't really use orange a lot, but I was obsessed with this. So we got teapots, we got some vines, we got a little octopus, more like a sextopus because it only has 6 arms. Got a bird, we got the sun, we got maybe like, I forget the word. Oh, and I made a pocket here to hold this. A little watercolor paper thing I did, but it just, it's completely wrecked on all the edges because it sticks out. And I thought it would be okay, but no, it's not. It's not okay. But it's okay, you know. I had fun doing this. I felt really inspired by Kitoffen Cafe. They do cozy watercolor art on YouTube here. highly recommend. If you've not heard me talk about them before, then check them out. My art is nowhere near as close or as cozy as them, but that's okay, right? I learned a lot, actually. I learned a lot. And I also learned this tail is absolutely in the wrong place, but whatever. So that was that. And I'm super obsessed with these irises. Look at them. Oh, really inspired by, yet again, Jessica Elena. Every single journal of mine has something of her. Like, I'll find something online that I'm like, whoa, this is awesome, and I want to draw this, and blah, blah, blah. I'm so inspired by this, and this is exactly the kind of flowers that I want to be drawing. And then I look, and it's Jessica Elena, and I'm just like, it's just insane how much I love their work. This was my little everything journal number 3 flip through checklist and artists. And we got a scrap collage page. Let me just scoot this out of the way. Gotta love them. It's inside of a tea bag pouch. And I'll show you something about this in a video. This paper in the background. It's something special I'm working on. Something fun. Maybe it's not, I'm trying not to hype it up too much. It's not that incredible. It's just, to me, it kind of changed my painty paper flow. Then we got some sunflowers. And I bought this big old fish with catnip in it for my cat. We had bought him a fishy, it was even smaller than this. Same brand, also catnip, and I got this in, I was living in Berlin, so this is many years ago now. And he still loves this little fishy, so I thought, he's gonna love the big fish, and I was correct. He did. He does love the big fish. I've been feeling like bubble letters. And you should love yourself, and you do need to find time for you and make yourself proud, right? I have a lot of fun with the backgrounds in here too. Look at these blooms, watercolor blooms. Here too, behind here and here. Lovely. Oh, I love it. I love it. And here I got new highlighters. Like these. They were all together in one pack at Costco. And look at the colors. They're so cute. Arguably not highlighter at all. These and this, it's also dark. Pastel colors. This is the only highlighter I find. Maybe the pink. Maybe the orange. But still, I love the colors. I got new towels. They had flowers on them. They were kind of like a waffle texture. Very pretty. And another scrap paper page. I feel okay about this one. I had fun making it, but it looked a little different in my mind, you know? Not that I'm disappointed, but maybe it's the colors I used. They're very, like, everything's very dark and muted, and then there's a couple of bright spots, and usually I'm the other way around. But this is some more paper that I got from my neighbor. Painty papers. This is the book page paper stuff that I use. This is from the paper pack from the Dollar Tree. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this type of shade of red, because I feel like all of them have this paper in them. I was just playing with paint, with some new paints I got. It's okay. the water texture. I felt inspired by, you know, the Japanese water texture. But I was sitting on the couch just drawing in the dark, so it's not at all neat or whatever. But we got a fish, and we got a ducky, and we got a leaf, and another leaf. And we got a spider here, and a little frog on a lily pad, and another fish. We got a fly, we got a little gnome, flowers and stars and flowers, and cute little guys and stickers, and a little mouse. Yeah. And this is the page that we did together outside. It's hard to see inside this page. Outside it was like bright. And then we got this. Love my leaves. And there's more of the irises. More irises. A little chicken. And more fishies. I was trying to make dandelions and, you know, clovers. The little clover flowers. I was gonna add more to this page, but sometimes you just gotta move on. I felt inspired by sunflowers. I can feel summer slipping through my fingers. This was when I was sitting outside and I was painting. The Black Susans. And then wiping off my dirty paintbrush on this page, and then afterwards I did some blobs, and then I made them into flowers. Just nothing special, but when I look back at this, I remember, oh yeah, I was painting in the garden on my picnic blanket, and it was lovely. We got some oil pastels and a doily. And this was inspired by another watercolor painting I did. So cute, right? I was inspired by this one, which is not mine, but I had trouble finding the artist's name. So this one is mine. Look at this. I got new pens. This green one, and the rest is all just watercolor. You know, sometimes I just sit down and think, what do I want to do? Not much, but what do I want to do? I just want to put paper and paint, smash it together. It doesn't matter what it's gonna look like. Still really into my spirals and my little sparkles and spirals and flowers. We got more things covering the seam to try and keep this book's integrity. And I drew this plant over here because I thought it was just the cutest. And some different kinds of irises that I used. Iris time that I used some reference pictures for. That's the word. And here I put a dandelion in a vase. That would never work. I think this might be the last. Oh, we're close. Here I got some food. Some Thai food. It was delicious. I used some painty paper underlay. As again for the seam. I got pad thai, veg, and tofu. Delicious. I usually get this one. And then he got ginger beef and rice, and then we both shared the pad thai chicken and tofu with coconut rice, because I really wanted coconut rice. Stick Nation. I love sticks, and TikTok, there's a community of people where they show off their cool sticks, and it's called Stick Nation or Stick Talk. And I drew this cool wizard cane staff thing. I was trying to find the original creator, but it got stolen by official stick reviews. I don't know if it actually got stolen or what. But here I was just testing out simple ways of drawing a bird. I'm not quite there yet. And this is the last and final page. I think. Yeah, journal falling apart even with my reinforcement every other page. So I think I'll try to only draw and doodle in here to keep some of its integrity. Only I couldn't remember how to write integrity. Guess I have a dedicated sketchbook after all. And this is my new notebook, Everything Journal from the Dollar Tree again. Because it's back to school time. Love it. Here's more of that scrapbook paper that you saw earlier. And a crap ton of these irises. I'm not getting tired of them. Especially when the leaves are like that and they look kind of like women. I don't know why. They just remind me of women. Very feminine. And I thought this was cute. Where it looks like it's actually folding over. Yeah, a lot of fun. Now, the rest is all drawings. So I'll stop here. And I'll give you a sneak peek of my next journal, which is what I'm working in now. And it's going very slow since I'm working in 2 now. I'm trying not to only draw on this and not draw on this, because it's getting very full of just me adding things I bought in here and then only drawing in here. And I would love for it to be a mix of everything. There's only a few pages done in this, but what do you say we look through my little watercolor sketchbook? Isn't it cute? I got 3 of these, and I just want to learn how to do watercolor. These are just like swatches, and this was my first one. I just really love clovers and their flowers. And I've taken a couple of pictures, but they were kind of dry, so they were floppy, which is why they look like that. But I still think they look fun and good and cool. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the level of detail I want in my leaves. But I didn't really like the veins. I like them when they're a little bit hard to see, not as dark and as thick as it was down here, but you know, you learn. This was really like paper thin petal. And then this was the view from, and it was a very gray and gloomy day, and I was trying to capture that. And this was the 18th of July. I tried to save it with some scribbles on top, but it just, you know, I'm learning. And that's when I did this, and I was like, whoa, this I like. And then I made that. And then I did another iteration of this, and I sent it to my best friend. And then we saw this one. And then a kelp forest tutorial by Lucy Fitzmaurice. Again, check them out. Their underwater stuff is to die for. It's incredible, and this is not at all a reflection of them and their art. I did it on a small scale, and I have no idea how much water to use, and there was so many layers. But I think it looks really funky. And that's it. So thank you so much for joining me for another flip through, which is just half a flip through, I guess. but the time, 31 minutes or whatever, does not reflect that. I cannot wait for this to be done, and then I can just work in one journal again, because it's kind of dividing my attention, and I don't like the feeling. So I've just been keeping this on the couch with me, and then this I keep here for the most part. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I love connecting with everyone. It's been my favorite part here on YouTube, and learning how to make videos and just everything, editing process, things that are, you know, accessible for me and things that I can do, and just, it's a big learning process, and I appreciate everyone being so kind and supportive in the comments, and I love you. Thank you for being here. Take good care. Have the best week ahead, full of creative adventures, hopefully. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.